Early humans were born into a world that offered no protection and no forgiveness. Survival depended on awareness, movement, and endurance. Not on comfort, not on strength. The land around them was unstable and constantly changing. Sudden storms, long droughts, and unfamiliar terrain could turn deadly without warning. Every sound, every shadow, every change in temperature carried meaning. The ground beneath their feet could hide danger, and the trees around them sheltered predators that hunted silently. In this world, hesitation was dangerous. Ignorance was fatal. Hunger was not an occasional feeling. It was a constant presence, guiding every decision and every movement. Food was never guaranteed. It had to be searched for, fought for, sometimes stolen from danger itself. Movement defined early human life. Staying in one place meant exhausting resources and increasing the chance of being hunted. So they followed water, they followed animals, they followed seasons, not with maps, but with memory. Certain paths were avoided because death had happened there before. Certain places were remembered because survival had once been possible. But the land never stayed the same. Floods erased paths, fires transformed forests. Climate changes turned fertile ground into lifeless land. Early humans were forced to abandon familiarity again and again. Uncertainty became normal. Stability became rare. Their bodies were shaped by this pressure. Long journeys over uneven ground. Carrying tools, food, and sometimes the injured, endurance mattered more than speed. Pain was constant, from sharp stones, from thorns, from bites, from attacks. But pain was endured, because stopping meant disappearing. Sleep was shallow, night was dangerous. Predators ruled the darkness. Even rest required alertness. Over time, early humans learned to read the world. Broken branches, sudden silence in the forest, a change in the wind, these were warnings. And missing one could mean death. This awareness became instinct, the foundation of human intelligence, not curiosity, but survival. The world did not reward strength alone. It rewarded those who could notice patterns, remember outcomes, and change behavior. Those who failed disappeared, without history, without memory. Early humans did not conquer nature. They negotiated with it. They learned when to move, when to hide, and when to retreat. The world remained hostile, but humans slowly reshaped themselves to endure within it. And this constant pressure, not comfort, not safety, became the beginning of human evolution. For early humans, danger was never distant. It was always close, sometimes watching, sometimes waiting. Predators did not announce themselves. They observed from the shadows, from tall grass, from the darkness beyond the firelight. Early humans were not the strongest creatures in this world. They did not have sharp claws or powerful jaws. What they had was awareness, and awareness had to be maintained at all times, even during moments that should have been safe. Eating, resting, caring for children. Their eyes scanned the surroundings. Their ears searched for sounds that did not belong. A single mistake, a single moment of distraction could cost a life. Children learned this reality early, not through words, but through silence, through sudden movement, through the absence of someone who never returned. There were no explanations, only lessons carved into memory. The night was the most dangerous teacher. When darkness fell, vision weakened, and predators gained power. Fire became a fragile line between life and death. Its light pushed the darkness back, but only a little. Beyond that circle, eyes watched, and hunger waited. Early humans learned to sit close, to keep the fire alive, to listen. Every crack of wood, every distant call, forced a decision. Stay still or run. Even sleep was not rest. It was a shallow surrender, interrupted by sound, by movement, by fear. Bodies learned to wake instantly, muscles tightening before thought, instinct acting before reason. This constant threat shaped behavior, not through planning, but through repetition. Those who reacted too slowly disappeared. Those who noticed danger early survived. Fear became a tool, not panic, but preparation. It sharpened senses. It improved reaction. It kept the group alive. Over time, fear stopped being an emotion and became a system that guided movement, controlled silence, and determined survival. Early humans did not live in peace. They lived in readiness, and this readiness passed from generation to generation. not through stories, but through behavior, through the way adults watch the dark, through the way children learn to stay quiet, through the way everyone understood that danger never truly left. Over time, early humans learned a hard truth. The world did not change for them. They had to change for the world. Those who refused to adapt, those who repeated the same mistakes, did not survive long enough to be remembered. The land kept no record of failure. It only allowed continuation. Adaptation became the silent rule, not spoken, not taught, but understood. Bodies slowly changed, becoming stronger for long journeys, more balanced on uneven ground, capable of enduring hunger and exhaustion. But the greatest change happened inside the mind. Early humans began to anticipate danger, not just react to it. They learned when animals usually hunted, which paths were safest, which times of day offered opportunity or risk. Experience turned into memory, memory turned into instinct. Instinct guided movement, without thought, without hesitation. This instinct decided when to move, when to hide, and when to stand together. Groups that adapted survived longer, not because they were fearless, but because they learned when fear mattered. Fear stopped controlling them and started guiding them. The environment continued to test them with new threats, new climates, new challenges. But early humans responded by changing behavior, by adjusting movement, by strengthening cooperation. They did not defeat nature. They endured it. And endurance was enough. Every generation carried the lessons of the previous one. Not through words, but through actions. Children learned where not to go. By watching where adults never walked, they learned when to stay silent. By watching when adults stopped breathing, survival knowledge became invisible. Passed through behavior, through routine, through instinct, this was the beginning of human evolution. Not marked by comfort, but by persistence. Not by dominance, but by adaptation. The world remained hostile, unforgiving, and dangerous, but humans remained. Not because they were strongest, but because they learned, and those who learned lived long enough to become us.